Since day one, they've been down on me. But I go against the grain, I don't do it for the fame. All my passion is pointed to the game. I'ma make it one night. Make them feel one night.
They believe in me, doubted me so easily. Had about 6 or 7 friends and they turned their back on me. Ain't that funny how that be? If I got family on my tree, but God is silly growing me. Jealousy had a whole low key, like they something on the gram. I'm just trying to gain fast. Like Lord, I'm in the game, but I'm down your plan. How they blowing up, but I can't these stocks, man. I just want it so bad, but man, they laugh. Look, but we won't ever stop till we up like high tops. But don't extend the reach, cause I feel like fried lock. Ooh, even in the feed, grab the pen and I jaw. And I tell them why not, tell them why not.
They've been down on me. But I go against the grain, I don't do it for the fame. All my passion is pointed to the king. I'ma make it one night. Make them famous, why not? Why not? I'll be on top. Take it from me, I'll never stop. These dreams will achieve, put that on God. So why not?
Call me Malcolm, stuck in the middle, no matter the outcome. I wanna live like Malcolm, rest in peace, he smelled the outcome. Get my whole body for my dreams, I can outcome. Miss Crazy Faith got my thoughts saying, who it is? Since a youngin' on the grind, like I'm DJ Who Kid. When I tell them about my dreams, they like, who you trying to kid? Look, these dreams are so vivid, I should sell them like I'm Kim. All that pride just a sin, Lord, show me how to win. Cause I wanna go hard like rest, linear ain't control, no rush. You created me unique, I see your way from me, it's just Joe, just teach me how to trust that you are God, I'm not. So I tell them,
why nah?
I shall yet praise him. I may be down now, but oh,
What's up, RL?
Weeping may come and endure for a night, but
Man,
God
let's get into
will
this
come in
thing,
the morning,
man.
because God is a faithful God.
Since day one, they've been down on me.
Let's get into this thing, man. Let's get into it. Why not? What's up, selectors? It's your boy, Select Screen here. Yes, sir. Back like we never left. We are back after Easter week. Woo! Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Supporting the channel still. Shout out to Elmo172331 who did our review of Godzilla versus King Kong. Spoilers. There'll be spoilers in this episode as well. Be on the lookout for that. And shout out to Too Tall on the Track, aka Saint Boy Reggie. RL, man, so glad to hear from you. Guys, we will be playing video games on this channel again, but let me tell you, matter of fact, from the jump, give me my camera. There are a lot of movie trailers out. Just a lot of movie trailers. So Elmo helped me out, like I said, with Godzilla versus King Kong. I'm going to spoil this for you guys just a little bit on my review of it. I liked it. I loved it because it was monsters fighting each other. For me, it was a B- movie. The characters I didn't care about. I just wanted to see monsters fighting, and that's what happened. So I liked it. Me personally, I gotta watch Elmo's review too. But check that out on the channel. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We put a lot of our reactions over on Twitch. So if you missed them, those are uploaded and coming right now as we speak. All right. So we're going to be talking about episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Normally we do these live, but it seems like people are kind of over the lives, like the watching them with me. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. We can do another one tomorrow for episode 4. But we're going to be talking about episode 3 today, and it's going to be super dope. Let me know on the audio, guys, if everything sounds good, if I'm over the music and all that good stuff, and it sounds good. In the meantime, I'm ready. You're ready. RL's in here. We got 3 selectors already. Let's go. All right. So from the jump, and I love what RL said here. Let's go. Let's do some ambient beats here today. That ought to be good. There we go. Some ambient beats to get us going. Let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. RL says, I like the film as well. Warner Brothers has this year locked up. You know, I think so. This was an opportunity for them to make some headway, even though it's not a competition thing in the sense of it is for the fans, right? And Warner Brothers has really made just strides here. I think their model of HBO Max has really changed the game. I really think so. The best way I can say that is more viewers, more people on looking at your stuff. Here's a great point before we jump into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this will be a good transition, all right? We watched Raya and the Last Dragon. I didn't do a review on it, but we watched it at home. And then we rented out a private theater and watched it at a private theater. And I remember going to see it in a private theater going, man, I paid $40 to watch this at home. That was really rough. Whereas HBO Max, with Godzilla, I went to a private screening of Godzilla first, and then came home and watched Godzilla and King Kong again. And I felt good about that. And I think that's what the difference between HBO Max and Disney Plus is for me. When we're talking about premiere access, it makes it harder to justify. RL says, was it worth the money on Raya? Yes, because Raya's a great movie. It's a great movie, but let's take Mulan. You guys, our Mulan review is up. We actually watched Mulan with some friends, and I didn't like Mulan very much. I would give that a D+, that movie a D+. Now, our friends invited us over to watch it. They paid for it, said, hey, don't worry about it. If I would have paid $40 for Mulan, I would have been upset. And for some reason, it's different for me because I would have paid that same $40 to take my kids to a theater. But when I'm sitting at home and I'm paying $40 and the movie's not great, it's like, ugh. For some reason, I don't know why that is for me, but that's the way I feel. I'm not feeling the vibes of the music. I'm not feeling the ambient. Let's go back to lo-fi. Yeesh. There we go. All right. With HBO Max, I'm more inclined to watch something on HBO Max. And if I like it, then I'm going to go see it in a private theater. That's me. Maybe I'm hardcore. I don't know. So with that being said, let's get to Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. Good segue there, right? This is what makes Disney Plus worth every penny. This episode 3, I don't know if Disney just has this down as a formula or what they're doing, but their episode 3s are just bomb. This episode for me was an A. I'm going to give it just a solid A. It had a little bit of everything in it. I mean, this episode for me felt like a movie. Let's start with why. Falcon and Bucky at this point, and again, spoilers from here on out, guys. They're at least a team for now. And they're a team by being forced into it, right? It's like, listen, we're both good guys. We both just need to take care of this. After this, we're done. And there's a scene where they're sitting down with Bucky's psychiatrist, and it's really intense and whatnot, and they put that Marvel special sauce on it, and it's funny, but it's intense, and it moves the story forward. It just did it. Then they went ahead and added Sharon Carter into this episode, and I mean, her character is very different from the rest of the other characters, or very different from how she was in Civil War. But she's got some depth to her now. And that's what they're doing with these Disney Plus shows. And again, this is what I want to see from HBO Max. See how this all ties together? Is they're using Disney Plus the right way. They're taking characters who seem to be kind of superficial, right? So she's Agent Carter's great granddaughter. And she liked Captain America. They shared a kiss. It was weird. Okay, whatever. Well, she helped him out. She helped Captain America out. And she got basically, kicked out of the country. Like, she had to run for helping out when Cap was, behind the law. And so now they're drilling down into her character, and we're seeing that, man, she's not just Mrs. Goody Two Shoes. You know what I'm saying? RL, did I lose you? Hopefully are we still alive? Are we still good? Hopefully I didn't lose him. Let me double check just to make sure I'm not literally talking to myself. So that was one thing that I absolutely loved. Then I was a little nervous about this episode because I thought, what are they going to do with Zemo? When episode 2, they were like, let's go see Zemo, right? And Zemo, it could have been really hokey. Like, why are the good guys breaking out a bad guy? But Zemo he's so charismatic. Okay, Ara says, no, I'm still here. Zemo is so charismatic, so believable in the role. And again, this is why Civil War, a lot of people talk about Winter Soldier being one of the best Marvel movies. And I don't disagree with that. But I think you got to put a little respect on Civil War because they effectively made a superhero movie without a traditional superhero or supervillain. And Zemo, again, he's just shining. He's just shining. Every time he's on screen, I'm like, what is he going to do? And he hasn't really done anything for me that's extra supervillain. I mean, he killed the guy who replicated Cap's formula. But you could argue in a way that guy had it coming because Bucky almost shot him, right? So Zemo is just, obviously he's bad, but he's playing some kind of long game that it just works, man. It just works. And this whole and RL put it perfectly. I like the progression of each episode so far. And I think this is why this show is been rated better than WandaVision. And I like WandaVision a lot. But I knew this series, even though it was going to be shorter, I knew this series was going to really hit the mark because Marvel knows how to tell a story. And now all they're doing is they're moving the story, and every time they just keep moving. That's pretty good, right? I should put that on TikTok. But yeah, they're just moving the story forward, and it's constant. It's not super cliffhanger-y, except we're going to get to the end of this episode here in just a second. It's just good. And correct me if I'm wrong here, RL. Did Falcon have his wings in this episode at all? I don't think he did. All the characters go to Madripoor, hopefully I'm saying that right, which is a big X-Men, specifically Wolverine area. We see the Princess Bar, which is where Wolverine hung out a lot, where Logan hung out a lot. Lots of good stuff that they're just seeding. But yet, again, this is another reason why I like Civil War. It's seeded, but it's not in your face. So they go to Madripoor, and it's not like, oh, we're in Madripoor. This has to set something up later on. For fans of the comics, it's going to were thinking. RL says no, he didn't. But it's there. It's there. It's there, you know. So when we come back here, back to this other place, it's not going to seem so foreign. And they did that without the expense of characters in this story. Oh no, we didn't. For the wings, that's what I'm saying. So here's Falcon, who's, you know, the first 2 episodes, he's got the wings out. It's superhero-y, the whole thing. This 3rd episode, he didn't even use the wings, and the episode is just bomb. The little callbacks to again, Civil War, of Bucky now being in the front seat, and Falcon in the back saying, "You're not going to move your chair up, are you?" And Bucky's like, "No." You know, just little things like that makes it feel correct, and ultimately makes Disney Plus worth it. That's where they're finding their wealth. Again, they're drilling down into these characters the right way. And I want to see this, just to go back to my initial point, I want to see this from DC. I think you hit a gold mine with the Snyderverse. Throw money at Zack Snyder. Get us that Batman film. Put Deathstroke in it. And give us that movie. I don't think it should be a series. I think it should be a movie. But it's only on HBO Max. Do that. Drill down into those characters. You know, we already know that one of the characters from Suicide Squad, by the way, there's another new trailer for that came out today. There's also a Black Widow trailer that we haven't done yet. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how deep they can go on these shows. And to me, if you keep giving me content like that, I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to stay with your subscription service. Let's get into the bread and butter as we kind of finish up this episode. RL says, yes, they hit a gold mine with Snyder. Why not keep going? Why not keep going? They did confirm, side note, that the new The Batman is going to be an Earth 2 story. Multiverse. Come on, DC. Going back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the surprise of all of this in episode 3 is Bucky notices what I thought was a bomb. It's a little circle. It's actually a Kamoyo bead. And it ends up being, I think I'm saying her name right, Ayo from Black Panther. She's been in like 5 Marvel movies, which is crazy. But she is one of the Dora Milaje warriors, basically second in command. And she's there, and she's like, where's Zemo? You know, like, she's not going to just let the death of King T'Chaka slide, you know. And so, again, things that we probably would have never seen. We would have never seen a Dora Milaje going after Zemo in a movie again, right? Unless they did something like that in Black Panther 2. But probably not. They probably focus on what's going on with T'Challa not being there anymore. But here we're getting depth. We're getting depth of all these characters from around the Marvel universe. And that was mind-blowing for me. I mean, that was the biggest cameo I've seen between this and WandaVision. Just because, the reason I say that is that it's her. You know, we thought maybe Quicksilver was Quicksilver, but obviously he wasn't. So that's what I thought. For me, episode 3 is an A. This is a must-watch episode. I'm looking forward to episode 4. RO is definitely down to do another live stream and watch through. RO says, yes, I didn't expect that at the end. I don't think many did. I really don't. Unless you're really diving into spoilers and stuff like that. And just for the record, I don't like to. One, because I like to be surprised like everyone else. I don't really dive into the rumors that much. I do go into casting on the channel, just because that's always fun to talk about. It's not super spoilery, unless you're Spider-Man. Let's see, what are we at? Not Homecoming, not Far From Home, but this next one. Hey, thank you so much for the like. Let me make sure that alert box comes up into the right place here. We got new alerts. New alerts. So I'm gonna make sure that those are in the right position. But yeah, great ending. Again, great pacing throughout the whole thing. Little touches of comedy. I mean, just awesome stuff. Great job. Now, Marvel, get on. Stop with the Premiere Access. Now, let's be honest. Am I doing Premiere Access for Black Widow? Yes. Arlo says, do you think Sharon is the power broker because she never identified who she was on the phone with? I don't know. I would hope not. I would hope that she's not. Initially, that's what I thought. And I've seen some theories going around saying why she's not. Here's my reason why I don't want her to be power broker. Is that kind of what I was saying earlier. We drilled down into her character. Yes, she has not even moral gray, but she's just trying to survive at this point, right? I don't want to see her have a full heel turn. Just because it kind of undercuts what she did for Cap. You know what I mean? I know she doesn't believe in the whole superhero thing anymore, but for her to do a complete, maybe she's working with the power broker. I think honestly, the power broker is going to tie back into Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think the power broker was the person behind all of this stuff. That's my hope. And my thought is, the power broker is actually going to be, for lack of a better word, Captain America, U.S. agent. I think the guy playing U.S. agent is power broker. I think he's two-timing, and he's kind of playing both sides. And it would make sense because Zemo, you would think Zemo would know, but they kind of said Zemo hadn't really dealt with him. He knows of him. So that's my hope. Now, if Sharon is power broker, I mean, that's cool. I thought it was odd that this episode was called Power Broker and we didn't find out who Power Broker is. You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of weird. The other reason that I don't believe she's power broker is they did an interview with her, with the actress who plays Sharon, and she said there's more characters that you haven't seen yet. So obviously, I think we're getting, I don't think we're going to get Red Hulk, but there might be some hints of Red Hulk. And I think we're getting Thunderbolts. I really do think we're getting Thunderbolts. I can see Zemo putting a team together and basically taking on that Norman Osborn role. And he and Ross put together Abomination, maybe the leader. I don't know, that might be too many Hulk villains, but almost called him Jumping Jack. Batroc the Leaper. Man, maybe even Taskmaster. Wouldn't that be interesting? Because somehow they haven't confirmed that this is going to tie to a movie, but it's got to somehow tie into Black Widow, right? R.L. says himself in Civil War. Do you think Dora Milaje is there solo with no team to avenge King T'Challa's death because Black Panther stopped Zemo from killing himself? That's a really good point. Killing himself in Civil War. Okay, that's a really interesting question, because really T'Challa could have taken him out, right? Because he had him in the headlock. And so is AO there to kind of reconcile that? I could see her on a mission. Personally, I would have her on a mission trying to retrieve him. Similar to what they did in Black Panther, how they were trying to get Claw, and they had that interrogation scene where they're like, all right, just give him over to me. We'll take him back to Wakanda and we'll deal with him. I think that's ultimately what she's going to do, or what she's after. She's after, hey, we want to get Zemo and he's going to face Wakandan justice, because obviously the justice that you guys are trying to do didn't work. I think it's going to complicate things though when Bucky comes clean and says, I need this guy. I think we're going to get a fight in episode 4. I think she's going to fight Bucky, and that's really going to put Sam in a weird place, because Sam's going to come out like, whoa, you know. Something else I would like to see is Bucky to fully take on White Wolf. You know, White Wolf is actually a character in the Black Panther comics. Specifically, I know him from the show, the cartoon show, where he was very close to T'Challa. I think he was like a stepbrother. So I would love to see him do that and don a new persona, because the Winter Soldier, I feel like Bucky right now is in a place where they've got to do something with him now. If he's not going to become Captain America, which I don't think he's going to do, and he's not going to go back into his Winter Soldier, you know, he's trying to put all that behind him. You know, he would need the mask, the goggles, and the long hair again. I don't see him doing that. So where does Bucky go from here? I think he now, with the introduction of Wakandans, he takes on that mantle of White Wolf, and goes from there. Arl says, yes, take on White Wolf. I mean, right? He's got to have some kind of progression. He's got to have something where he can still be Bucky, but he's got to have some kind of other secret identity. Not a secret identity, but other identity. So that's my thoughts. Episode 3, for sure. Just an awesome episode. I need you guys to like, share, subscribe as usual. Check out our Godzilla vs. King Kong review by Elmo172331. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also the Cash App at $5ELECT, 5CREEN. We've got plenty more for you guys. Suicide Squad, Black Widow. Where else? Mortal Kombat had a new trailer. We're probably not going to do this Mortal Kombat trailer, because I think it's got some spoilerish stuff in it. And I don't want to expose the movie's supposedly like under 2 hours. So we're going to ease off the Mortal Kombat stuff until Mortal Kombat comes off and comes out. What else? Black Widow. There's a ton of stuff. Arlo says, I like, he said, that's what they called me in Wakanda. Exactly. And I like too that it wasn't like, oh, it's the White Wolf. You know, like it was honorary. It was very honorary of him, which is really, really cool. Let's see. What else, guys? I promise you, at some point in time, when we get back to WWE 2K20, that will happen. Lots of other things. I know a lot of our selectors are like, when are we going to play 2K? I also want to get into Ratchet and Clank. I've never played Ratchet and Clank before. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Again, like, share, subscribe. Shout out to RL. Shout out to DJ Crystal, who hit me up on Twitter, was like, bro, when are you streaming again? We're back on track. So expect a stream again from Elmo tomorrow, and then from myself on Friday. And we will be dropping more. Arl says that new MK trailer was just behind the scenes. Yeah, but I saw something in it, because it's Mortal Kombat. I had to peep it. I just had to peep it. And I saw some stuff in there. I was like, I wish I didn't see that. I wish I didn't see that too. Specifically some stuff with Kung Lao that I was just like, I wish I didn't see that. And it's not super spoilish, but it's pretty. I'll just go ahead and say what it is. It's him throwing his hat, and teleport and stuff like that. I'm like, I wish they would have saved that moment, So it's just stuff. I want to keep my hype level, like, again, it's just like why we don't cover a lot of spoilers or leaks. We don't cover a lot of leaks because I want to enjoy that. So when I come and give you guys a review, I'm excited like I am now. Not like, oh yeah, you remember that scene where, Scorpion said, get over here? Like, we've seen it in the trailer, it'll have that. I want it to be genuine for you. That's what I'm getting at. So, yeah, and it's just behind the scenes stuff anyway. So that's it for tonight, guys. We're back in the swing of things. Like, share, subscribe. I'll say that one more time. Until next time, remember to choose your destiny. My name is Select Screen, and I'm out.